Hello again. This video is a review on Orphan from 2009. The only reason to make this review is because when it first came out, I did not have access to a webcam that was installed in my computer itself. Let me start by saying that Orphan is one of the more original bad kid movies out there now. I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to top it again. Not like this. This particular bad kid movie, even though it has kids in it, is just, it's got too much violence and too much adult content for young kids. If I would have been a parent, I would not have let my child watch it until they were at least 15, if not 18 for that matter. But that's just me. It's a very well done movie, and it's got a lot of good acting in it. Vera Farmiga and Peter Sarsgaard, they're very well compatible as the husband and the wife who adopt Esther. And Esther is just, the person that plays her does an amazing job. Isabel Fuhrman is her name. When the twist is revealed at the end, you may find yourself going, what the heck? It's like, that was my reaction when I saw it in theaters, I'll be honest with you from the get-go. That was a very, I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. And I guess to a degree, I kind of should have. But, I'm not always the most receptive when it comes to movies until I see them all through. Now, I have tried to convince certain friends of mine to watch this movie, and for the most part they refused. I don't, the way I look at it, I'm done with that with these two particular friends of mine, because they're just not, they're just not willing to overlook whatever issues they may have with it and give it a shot, because like I said, to me this movie is a lot better than The Good Son. I have not seen The Bad Seed, but I've heard a lot about it. I also think that to compare this to The Good Son and The Omen is a very unfair observation. This is one of the more original movies about a bad kid that I've ever seen. I've never seen one quite like this before. Like I said, the acting is very well done. The script, though filled with cliches, is very well done. And I have to commend Roger Ebert when he makes the comment, when he made the comment in the review for this film, that it's not for kids. It's also, Isabel Fuhrman's not going to be as convincing as a nice girl for a long time. I mean, she may not have been scarred by this movie. Isabel Fuhrman may not have. But at the same time, I think she played the role exactly how the director and the writers wanted her to do it. But I find it kind of hard to believe how any 12-year-old's parents would let their child play in a movie like this. There is a lot of adult content in it, but when it first came out I was 29, so I was old enough to handle it. There are a couple friends that I have that have watched this in front of their children, and that made me very, very angry, because the children that watched this were not mature enough for this film. And as much as I respect those two friends of mine, I think they made a mistake letting their kids watch this with us. Like I said, it's a good movie, but it's not for kids. Period. Leonardo DiCaprio, who I've liked ever since I saw him in Romeo and Juliet and Titanic, helped produce this film. And he may very, very easily be one of the next producers out there that actually knows how to make movies right. I like him as an actor anyway. and to see him being a producer now, I think is pretty impressive. On that note, I did have a couple problems with a couple of the characters, in particular the therapist of the wife. I liked her in the beginning, but when Esther came into the picture, her character just went completely downhill for me. The husband wasn't much better, but other than that, I like the actor, so that he did not hurt the film, but it didn't help it. Let me put it that way. I also think this movie has created a lot of controversy that, for the most part, is undeserved. The adoptive agencies that criticize this movie for making it harder for couples to adopt, I think was kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's a movie. What part of that don't you guys understand? You know, it's just a movie. It's not based on reality or anything like that. And therefore, I think some people took it up to a little too personally. And if I truly wanted to adopt a child, this movie wouldn't stop me. I mean, I love children, but I don't think I want to have kids myself. If I was going to have kids, I probably would have had them by now. And I've got enough problems of my own, taking care of my family and everything like that, without having to, I don't know how to put this. To make a long story short, if I really wanted to have kids, this movie wouldn't stop me from doing that, adopting or otherwise. And I think this movie was controversial for all the wrong reasons. When some people take movies too seriously and they think that it creates real life violence, I mean, everything from, I mean, I'm also a big fan of Dexter, so you can kind of imagine what I think about that. But I'll get to that one later. I think this movie is, for the most part, very well done, and the acting, especially by Isabel Fuhrman and Vera Farmiga, is incredible. The little girl that plays the deaf mute daughter, not Esther, but the other girl, she did a very nice job as Max, and I liked her a lot. I thought she was adorable. But as Esther made her presence known, it was pretty clear that she wasn't exactly a saint, or an angel for that matter. Like I said, when the twist is revealed, it seems like it felt like the storyline was a little bit long-winded, but it was necessary to tell the story, and I understand that. The cliches didn't bother me that much, but I did have a couple problems with a couple of characters, like I've already said. It's a good movie, but if you're one of those people that doesn't like cliches in movies that are getting so old and so retreaded and all that stuff, you may want to skip this movie, because it's very long-winded. It's one of the longer bad kid movies I've ever seen. In fact, it's about 2 hours and 5 minutes. But as far as I can tell, everything that was put in the movie was put in there for a reason. And I really think that this movie will go down in history as one of the somewhat more original bad kid movies. And I think that it deserved more credit than it got from both critics and some audiences. Anyway, check it out. You might be surprised with what the writers came up with this one. Take care, and goodbye for now.